What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to cover a story that I talked about back in July about a horrific crime that occurred out there in Chicago. Shout out Chicago, Illinois, involving this young lady here. May she rest in peace. If you guys have been with me for a while, remember this story. This young lady's name is Octavia Redmon. She was 48 years old. She was a U.S. postal worker, and she sadly lost her life after being gunned down by an unknown stranger while she was working her normal mail route. Now, as of recently, a suspect has been arrested and charged with her murder. And get this, guys. It's a 15-year-old boy. 15. Now, they arrested this kid in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, brought him back, and he went before the judge. I want you to take a look at this and pay close attention to what was said in this news article I'm going to show you, because I'm going to talk about a couple of things in here. You know, man, it's crazy how, like, people, it's nothing for people to just pull a trigger, look somebody in the eye, and shoot them over nothing. Somebody that could be a good person, good influence to the community, good mother, and good wife. And they're just doing their job, trying to make everything around them better. And, you know, this woman's a postal worker, just doing her job, delivering mail that people depend on. Take a look at this.
Our top local story this afternoon, a 15-year-old boy is charged with shooting and killing a mail carrier.
Prosecutors say the teen later returned to the crime scene. WGN's Angelica Sanchez is live outside the juvenile courthouse with these disturbing details. Angelica?
That's why our prosecutors say that the teen's cell phone shows that he was following the victim's delivery route prior to the shooting. This comes as unionized postal workers across the country are demanding more be done for the safety of employees. A 15-year-old boy stands in front of a judge, now charged with first-degree murder. He's accused of fatally shooting 48-year-old USPS letter carrier Octavia Redmon back in July. Prosecutors say the boy was dressed in all black the day of the shooting and that he went to the home of a witness to change his shoes. His cell phone shows he was texting someone Redmon's delivery route and location before getting out of a stolen white Durango to shoot her multiple times. The shooting was captured on home surveillance.
Right now, we're calling on action for safety, more safety, protection for letter carriers while we're out here. We should not have to face the difficult task of ever wondering, if I come to work, will I return home to my family?
This arrest comes as American Postal Worker Union members across the country are calling attention to working conditions. At a rally in Roseland, where Redmon served as an employee, they spoke on the need for increased safety measures, including the need for postal police officers to follow employees while they are out making deliveries.
It is sad that we are facing attacks. Since 2020, there's been over 2,000 attacks on postal employees. Over 150 since 2022 in the Chicago district alone, resulting in the death of Octavia Redmon, Sister Redmon, and about 4 other people across the country.
Meantime, the judge overseeing the teen's case says he was out on juvenile release at the time of the crime for an attempted burglary in February. A warrant had been issued for him in May because he could not be located. The teen was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Cedar, Iowa on that outstanding warrant. We learned the gun used in the shooting has already been connected to a separate battery case. The teen's father was present via Zoom, telling the judge, quote, "He just doesn't stay put." When the teen started crying in court, the judge asked why, but the teen didn't answer. Now, the teen is being held in custody. The victim's family was here present in court, but declined to comment. The teen will be back in court in November for a status hearing. Reporting live outside the juvenile courthouse, Angelica Sanchez, WGN News.
All right, guys, you've seen that story. And it's like 3 or 4 points I want to talk about that I wrote down over here. First thing is this, man. Like I said, Octavia Redmon, may she rest in peace. This woman was loved, had a family. If I recall correctly, she had a husband too. One woman gone. Bunch of people hurt. Children still in mourning. trying to put their life back together because an integral part of their development, their mother, is gone. Her husband or boyfriend, I think it was her husband, he's left to bear the burden of dealing with raising the children without the mother there. It's a ripple effect, people. It's a ripple effect that happens with this kind of stuff. And it's not like they did something to deserve this. She was just doing a job, delivering mail. When somebody comes and shoots her in the face on a public street in broad daylight, I guess wanting to get the postal master keys that they thought she had. I want you to think about this, man. Thievery now is the new normal. It's nothing to steal. And like people think, like, you know, nowadays, this mindset you see in a lot of younger people, you see it in all people, but in a lot of younger people that are coming up now that don't have an ounce of human decency within themselves to say, hey, before I do this, this ain't right. They only see the end of what they want to do, and they don't care about who they destroy when they're going after something they want. First things first. Said in February, this guy got in trouble for aggravated robbery that the gun that he had was still linked to. So when he committed that first crime, he still had the same gun when he shot Miss Redmon. The guns was linked. Caught him in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? And he was caught on that warrant. That's how they caught him, because of the aggravated burglary that he had the first time. Second thing is this. Said he followed the woman in her mail truck. She's unsuspected, trying to get over with her shift. Followed this woman in a stolen Durango. So you in a stolen car, you got a gun that's already linked to another crime. You run in the streets with whoever you was with at 15 years old, planning on robbing somebody else. 15 years old, what is that, 10th grade you supposed to be in? Don't you think about that? These people, a lot of times, these younger folks that are doing this type of stuff, they're missing critical stuff in school and socialization with others their age to go out in the street and do dumb stuff that they know not going to last for a temporary fix. It's like this rush for a temporary high to do something is killing a lot of people. It said, since 2022 alone, city of Chicago had 150 postal workers attacked in one way or another. And Chicago's not the only place this is going on. This is a nationwide thing. And I think it has a lot to do with the spread of social media and how people put some of the dumbest stuff on TikTok and other places, glorifying this stuff and showing the money they stole and the checks and all of this goofy stuff. It's nothing to put your crime out in public and think that, you know, nobody will know it's you because you don't show your hands, or, you don't show your face. We got a stupid mentality out here nowadays with a lot of people. The thirst for attention and violence is at an all-time high, and it seems like none of these political people that have that can change this really point this out. It's like it's a mini war going on in America, and a lot of innocent people are on the side of being the victim. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. I don't understand it. Then when you get caught, what you do? You start crying. I'm crying in court. Why are you crying? I don't know. I would charge his ass as an adult. Another thing is they don't say his name or nothing like this. I don't know if his name is out. But either way, come on, 15 years old? You doing this type of stuff? You killed somebody that had a life. Just like you got a life, even though you're doing shit with it, they had a life. You pull that trigger on somebody old enough to be your mother, you pull the trigger on somebody like that without no regard, you're not a human. That's animal shit and should be dealt with accordingly. Said his father was on a Zoom call. So I don't know if he was in the area or he lived somewhere else. But either way, he said he don't ever stay put. So he ain't even listening to his folks. Think about that. What do you do when you have a kid that don't listen? No matter what you tell them, they do the opposite of. Always smarter than the people that got them to the point they are now. Minus the dumb stuff they do. And that's the thing that's crazy. There are a lot of people out here that are young kids that are out here doing what they supposed to do. But you got other kids that try to stop them from doing it, or stop other people that are decades down the road just minding their business and trying to make ends meet and lose their life. This woman was at work. He followed her and he's giving people the location of where she's at. Humans stalking humans. That is never a good thing. I don't know where this mindset came from, but I mean, it needs to be crushed quickly. This could be anybody at any given time. I could walk out to go take my trash out to the dumpster and somebody just see me and rob me or what. That's crazy. We are all, no matter who we are, on the menu nowadays when it comes to a lot of this cutthroat stuff that's out here. And it's wrong. And it needs to be taken care of. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This woman, Octavia Redmon, should still be here. And his dumb ass should have been in school instead of being out there doing the craziness he was doing. It's nobody else's fault that you take life. You don't take your life serious and you live with reckless abandon. Because there's always things that will happen when you do that. And when they do, don't cry, because ain't nobody gonna fucking feel sorry for you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.